You can't play for Pitso if you don't know football. If you can't play football, you can't. Whether you're a defender, striker, you can. Remember we went for a FIFA break and when we came back, we never go Campo. Then we got SMSs or WhatsApp, so the coach is gone.
The reason you player power. How will I like player power? Koreniga won the league, but he still left because of player power.
So by that time, players were only power.
Yes, they used
power
to do that.
to dictate.
Sundowns used to be like that.
Yeah.
Those loves these players. Yeah. I can't remember because that place I was first. I wanted to make a goal to play in soon. When Antoine was sacked, the new coach came in. So that was the first time I experienced the racism. So there was no problems between me and Pitso. The only problem is me was going to change.
Sure. As they were criticizing Kaizer, the journalist.
Sure.
And then Pitso said, give me one striker better than Katlego.
When we went for the Confed, I was not even playing for Sundowns.
Sure. Yeah.
I was sitting at home off season. I got a call and I knew who put me in the squad.
Awuthukethi ibhokisi kuvele kuphuma OB.KNOWS no Happy Jele. Wozobuka. Imali noma ibhokisi. Awuthukethi ibhokisi kuvele kuphuma OB.KNOWS no Happy Jele. Bavula isikhwama esikhulu, bakhipha isikhwama esincane, bavala isikhwama esikhulu, bavula isikhwama esincane. Bakhipha iDiski Dine, bakhipha ama-guest kanokusho. Wozobuka. Ezodlala iDiski Dine.
At DM Associates, we bring the business side of entertainment to life. Whether you're a filmmaker, producer, or content creator, our team of experienced administrators ensures your success on and off the screen. From IP registrations and sponsorship administration to securing production finance and script development, consider us your behind-the-scenes partner. With DM Associates, your cinematic dreams become a reality. Visit globacreations.co.za for more information and take your next project to the top. DM Associates, administration for cinematic success.
A warm welcome to iDiski Dine. It's another edition of your favorite football show on YouTube. And yes, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and engaging with the content right here on iDiski Dine, because only because of you are we able to make sure that we bring in the best of the best guests to come and dine with us on the table. And today, it's the same thing. We're doing the same thing. As I said, we're dining with the stars. And the star we're dining with today, I must tell you, his name is etched all over the books of South African football history. He's created so many memories that you and I both remember. And you know what? Let me not waste any time by bringing him in, because we've got Happy Jele across me as well, and Lekoko joining us once again. Gentlemen, good afternoon. Happy, let's start off with you. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. We're back again. You know, my friend. Yeah, we're back again. And thank you guys for subscribing on iDiski Dine and likes, comment. You know, please keep on pushing. You're pushing us, guys. Sancela nje niqhubeke and comment so that sizopusha.
Sure.
But my friend,
This man.
I brought someone.
Sure.
The guy. I remember just one moment.
Sure.
Akoru Kasila. That's the one moment.
The same thing as well.
That's the moment that I remember all the time.
I was going to say the same thing.
But
I disagree.
Why?
This guy,
What's your moment?
What's your moment?
This guy has given me personally so many moments.
Yeah, but the people, Coco, the one it's on my mind and I remember right now is the one that he scored.
Not my goal. That's the sharp guy born.
Okay.
And I know it's Iken and Ike are so flames. But there's a goal we scored in Kaizer Chiefs. Stoickov. Kurimola. Yo!
The goal.
When he says Stoickov, then I remember the goal.
Yeah.
What's your moment?
What's your moment?
Let me start by greeting your viewers. Thanks for having me, guys.
Sure.
My moment, I think I've got plenty. But the one that stood out, obviously, is the one against Spain, Confederations Cup against Kaizer. because now it's been over a decade. And
Yeah, it's
wherever
a
I go-
decade, bruh.
Wherever I go, people still reminds me of that goal. I think it was because of the magnitude of the tournament. And then also we were playing the Confed Cup before the World Cup at home. Spain was the number 1 team in the world back then. Casillas was the number 1 goalkeeper, and maybe the way I scored the goal, the distance, last minute of the games. Oh, this sector. Yeah, maybe that's why. I still think top 5 in South African football is
Ball scoring is.
You know that goal, my man.
I think so too.
Yeah, I know.
It took us
100%.
together as a country.
It brought us together, 100%.
Yeah, because friends were leaving.
Yeah? We're living.
Yeah, I know. But that would have been the second game we're losing to Spain. We had lost to Spain a couple of days earlier on.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think it was our first game. Ne? Yeah, our first game.
Yeah.
Our first game we lost.
We lost against them. We lost, and then that was the
It was in Bloemfontein as well.
third and fourth place.
Playoff.
Yeah,
Playoffs,
playoffs,
yeah.
it was a good game.
You know what, Killer, before we get into anything, I must let you know, good here, there's varieties of food. You can have anything there in the Coco. You're not new to this, so you know exactly what you're into.
No, we changed the menu.
Oh,
We changed the menu. We're no longer...
Vegetarian.
No, but he's not a strict diet, though. He's not a strict diet, though, so he's making sure. But before we get anywhere, Killer, I've got a question for you. A football decision, right? And I need to hear from you. What would you do in this predicament? You've taken over a team in the PSL with the intentions of winning the league from Sundowns.
Yeah.
Which coach are you poaching from a PSL team and why?
I mean, only local coaches.
Only local coaches.
Yeah.
Well, it can be a coach who's international, but within the PSL.
It's Pitso.
He's not, nah.
You
You have to pick from the guys that are now in the
He
PSL.
no longer belongs to us.
Yeah, in the PSL right now. Yes.
I'll go for Steve Barker.
Why Steve
Ballon
Barker?
Because the brand of football he plays, I don't think people give him the credit he deserves. You know, if you check his days from Parma-Tax, it's still the same brand of football.
Yeah.
Still same structure.
Nobody said the same thing.
So, and someone that I know, and he also improved players.
Sure.
He doesn't only improve, he improved players, improve his team. The only difference now with him and the other teams is that Stellenbosch is only dealing with youngsters, you know.
Sure,
I don't think they spend a lot of money on players.
On players,
But if that guy goes to Sundowns, I see him winning everything.
Sure,
Because of the type of football he plays. His philosophy and everything. So, you say now, I guess.
Right now, yeah.
Right now, I'll go for sure.
Who would you go for, Cox?
No, I have to second him.
Sure.
Yes, somebody would say maybe Jose, but I don't think Jose is a Myra from Cook.
Yeah.
For now.
Sure.
So,
Until proven.
yeah, because you look at.
But he proved us that he can do
proven
it.
us.
4 games now.
Yeah, but remember,
He's been proving us.
but happy,
Not
remember,
the Cups,
remember,
the league.
The league.
Yeah, the league. Remember.
Because the league is a marathon. You are
Yeah,
right.
he has a 7-game threshold. After 7 games, when they win, but reset always.
Sure. Yeah,
So to beat this current Sundowns right now, you have to do something out of it.
Sure.
Yes, I know it's the first time right now, like 2 teams. Actually, it's the first time in the history of the PSL we see 2 teams winning 4 matches in a row.
Sure.
And that's it. But if you take it back to QSL, you already 4 games in a row, Orlando Pirates. The time they won the league, that 2003, that time when they won the second one.
Winning the guys in-
Yeah, you were, Can I go about introduce after you winning those competitions that you had
You look
entered
like
in.
that.
Yeah, that time. So you look at that and you say, okay, sharp. So I really agree with what
sure.
it is.
Yeah.
Uspana with
Thanks,
what
eh?
he has, and Uspana, and you look at what it is that PSL trajectory is PSL it's young right now. What's another far?
No, he's won 2 trophies in 2 seasons. no?
Oh,
Well, he's
Still
won
Steve
one.
Barker.
He's won one.
he won one.
No, I'm
Black
saying from
Label.
last season. Callum Blake.
Yeah,
only one.
Level Cup, and then he reached 2 finals. Though.
He's reached
Oh, he
2
lost.
finals.
Yeah, he lost.
He's got 2 finals.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, he's a good coach. I won't
Even
lie.
Rivero is there, he's up there, but when you compare longevity
25 games unbeaten is a long streak.
I remember Ops is 2011-2012 season. I think we did like 14 or 15 games unbeaten. So it takes
a lot. It's a lot.
a lot of sacrifice. Like Stellis to go through to the 25 games without
And with youngsters,
under 10.
that's what I'm saying. With the youngsters,
with-
you know,
with-
youngsters, they can lose their heads.
So at
Be all
any
over the
time.
place.
Yeah, and most players that are playing there, they're coming from DDC. So
Sure.
you know that consistently. Yeah.
It's very impressive to say the least. I've got a true or false one now. This is for you, Killer, right? The only African footballer to win the Ballon d'Or was once the president of his country.
True.
All right,
You need
that's
an
true.
answer.
No,
The name.
No, it's 100%.
You want the name?
What's the name?
It's George Weah.
100%. Did you know that?
He's the only one that
President. All right. One more.
Cox knows his football. Bro.
And I'm a Chelsea supporter.
So you know these things.
Okay. Chelsea, man.
And he was quite
He played for Chelsea.
Yeah, he played for Chelsea.
for Chelsea.
So I got started 2004 supporter Chelsea.
100%. Karl Abramovich.
Only Man
Last
City.
one. All right, we've got the last one. Happy, I'll take this one as well. The PSL, true or false? The PSL has had a Ballon d'Or winner in the league. Who was it, if it's true?
The coach.
Can be anyone.
True.
Who was the coach?
My coach. Stoickov. No?
History Stoickov, 100%.
No,
100%. Cox, what do you remember that time as a Sundowns fan of History Stoickov?
Why let's have in a league, Joe? Like, it's a good talk what I read because
You know, Hristo was a good coach, man. Really unpredictable. Unpredictable, I mean. So he was, I'd say he was good because of Ronaldo striker, because we could learn from him, you know. People just believed in us, and then when someone like that believes in you, you use balls and striker, you know. But in terms of coaching a group, then he couldn't, man management, or he's someone who was arrogant because he was a good player and stuff. So I think that's why we couldn't go, an extra mile to win the leagues. But he was.
So you're saying his arrogance was part of the reason why the team
it was
didn't.
part of the reason. But he's European. He's from where? Those countries, you know.
Bulgaria,
They
he's
like
from
that.
Bulgaria,
They like that. If you understand those people. So sometimes we clash with the president, the court dressing. That guy was crazy.
John, you guys lost it like last two matches. I remember the game that they lost.
Good team.
Yeah, it was they lost it the last two. I think the second last match, named Cosmos. Yeah. With the Petise. They couldn't beat Joe.
And Jomo
Yeah.
We drew against Jomo. SuperSport won that. I think they were playing someone.
Joe. That's why I'm asking why couldn't they win the league? Because it was for them to
was
win.
that,
That's
it
it.
was. So I
Jomo,
And he had a problem with the senior player. Remember, Sundowns used to have that player power, something where players will have a certain group of players or senior players that he will consult or ask if these coaches like this. So he had problems with certain players. I won't mention names here.
No.
But we played. So, but you know, there were powerful players there.
Yeah.
That Stoickov was not.
They had a say.
Yeah, they had a say. So I remember we went for a FIFA break, and when we came back, we no longer go campo. Then we got SMSs or WhatsApp. So the coach is gone.
That's it.
Just like that. The coach is gone.
So by that time,
because of 5 players decided.
so by that time, players were only power.
Yes, they used
Power
to do that.
to dictate.
Sundowns used to be like that.
Yeah.
Especially. Those loves these players. So he'll want you guys to have a say. But Pitso came in and he tried to limit that because Pitso has got his own
Way
That's
of
why
doing
he
things,
was
yeah.
winning the league.
And maybe just to add on to what Killer saying, because the reason you player power, how will I like a player power? Koreniga hasn't won the league, but he still left because of player power. So it shows you the amount of player power Nelly takes on. And that was before Stoickov.
Yeah, before
So
Stoickov.
hard.
Kaleza,
Hard.
Because we were happy, and a coach doesn't play you, he still wins games. But you have power, and you have power to sack the coach. And it was unfair for some players. So
Yeah.
Puma fair. I kalanga man.
I didn't expect such things to happen in teams, man. Because I believe as a player, you come there to play. And the coach is the leader. He needs to dictate everything that's happening in the changing room. So who are you as a player and go and tell the coach that Funa low. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but if things goes well for the team, why not?
But there's things that happen in football. I think every team they've got how they they operate. And you hear stories, you because the guys can't come out and say some things, you know. In football, we have this saying, what happens between the four walls
Stays
there.
Stays there, yeah. What's ending, silently.
Yeah,
Sure.
silently.
I want to take it backwards firstly before we jump into your career and all of the things that you've done. Starting football, of course, coming from where you're from.
Yeah.
How did you get involved with the love of football? Starting from the beginning.
Oh, now I was born Kobe. It's a small town in the northwest. I'm from an area about Kokasi.
Okay.
Juguling,
Yeah, social media.
Soshanguve, yeah. Ngazi yase-Soshanguve.
It's a bit rough. Kikasi rough, of course. So, no study opportunity to buy. And then, obviously, my late uncle, his name was Mphela. I started a soccer team. It was called Elevator FC. And then we just started money leaking to the Champions League. You remember those leagues?
Sure.
So I started playing there from under 7 until Lagos Gila, obviously, until maybe under 16. And then, Kokasi, when there's a player that stands out, there'll be a noise around the area.
Sure.
Sure.
Were you the player?
Yeah, so I was one of those players.
Okay,
There was quite a few of us.
Volley striker, well.
No, I was just enjoying football.
So that's
Whatever
not
you
That
put me-
age,
but-
that age.
But I enjoy scoring goals.
But angithi as a player, mina bengi goalkeeper.
At that age, yeah. For sure, they don't keep in something.
But when you realize, actually, I always help the team go the goal. Sure. Why not be a striker? Okay, fast forward. When I joined Cosmos, there was a guy who recently passed on. He's all rest in peace. So he's also from the same area. So he heard about this boy and stuff. So he organized a friendly match between us and reserve side there, Cosmos. Got everyone then. We went
Fontaine Stadium.
to play against the B team, Cosmos B team.
Sure.
I was only 17, 18 there. 17, because I was still doing grade 11. After 10 minutes, they pulled me out. First time they wanna go more. Starstruck.
Sure.
Your name, how old are you? I wanna, yeah. And then from there it was like, it was on a Sunday.
Sure.
No, Saturday. Monday, go back. Come with your bags and Robert's Gila.
Sure.
So,
How old were you at the time?
17,
17,
18.
So it was the beginning of the year or in the middle?
In the middle. It was in the middle of the year. I remember it was a bit cold. And then they rang my mom. Nasa Ulysses, she had a problem with this grill and stuff.
Sure.
But they gave her guarantees that no, we'll find a school, yeah. And he did. I came there on Monday. Had the beggar track. We went to live in that academy.
The academy, yeah.
Yeah, told us about that academy.
Your academy, But one thing I say about Cosmos, I'll always respect Dr. Son or appreciate what he has done to me. Because as a man, you'll survive anywhere in the world.
Sure.
Football,
Once you pass there.
once you pass the street,
Katle kill us the university.
university of life.
Sure.
So yeah, from then I joined Mr. Son. I went to school and I stayed there for a year. Then I went overseas.
Okay.
So it happened so fast. Like little kids so one girl. Ma, what happened?
Sure.
What happened? Everything went so fast, my brother. From not playing a single match in the PSL to
First team.
overseas.
Yeah.
You've
never
played. From where I come from.
Go Cosmos, you never playing go PSL, you just went
I
straight.
was on the bench for 2 games.
Then you
So
went to France.
guy.
Or you were playing in the national team junior?
No. So the Jomo used to do this. Jomo and the connections overseas.
Yeah.
So there was always every year there was this tournament. It was played overseas. He was invited. So what they used to do, Nachuza, all the best under 19s around the country, even from Pirates. I remember there was one we went to Chase, or the one that I was scouted at. So we went to join this tournament called Norway. And then we played there. I think we lost in the finals. And then 4 of us were scouted.
Okay.
We were supposed to go for trials, I think, for Benfica or something. It was a big team, I remember. I don't know what happened, then it didn't happen. 2 weeks after that, we went to France
Okay.
with the same team.
Sure.
Oh, but it's the Chase. They brought Chase for Chase, and I got a joiner first team from Airways. They brought Chase, we went there. I think me and Chase were John Tom goal scorer of the tournament there, yeah. And then the team scouted because we were supposed to live together, even with Chase. So I don't know what happened between Pirates and Cosmos.
Sure.
And then I had to go with that. Remember that guy who used to play for Celtics? Letola Mphela was
Letola
Pitso.
Mphela, yes.
He was a good,
Hey,
he was a good
Letola,
player.
very skillful
Yung
guy.
pana Celtic,
Very,
go support
very
that.
skillful.
Yeah, it
What's
was,
up, this Wele?
it was a build. Yeah,
Letola
so I had to go with
Mphela.
Letola there. And then he signed for another team. I signed for Strasbourg. And that's how it happened. Everything happened so quick, my brother.
Do you feel like you're ready though for that move abroad? Because Oshibilo
I was not
Cosmos, you're still
exposed to
looking
anything.
for. No, I mean you're Cosmos and you're looking to go to a Pirates, maybe a Chiefs.
Mara Obs, you know, as a youngsters, if opportunity like that comes, you
Doesn't come
celebrate.
often. Yeah.
You know, because one, you're thinking about PSL, but if PSL takes you to another level, why not?
Because now when I was scouted, okay, what? Hekelem Fana focus. Come call maybe PSL again.
Sure.
Maybe one
sure.
day.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
But
sure.
you know where I come from. You don't even see these people.
Yeah,
Sure.
And I think
Sure.
you were celebrating just to play for Cosmos.
For
at the time.
Cosmos.
Yeah.
For me, that was
That,
achievement.
what a big thing.
That was a big
You
thing.
know?
Now
Sure.
Cosmos, I skip the PSL stage. I go overseas.
Sure.
I have to. Hey, but now
No, I
the
hear
culture, the language, the
Yeah.
food,
Do you know French?
everything. I can speak French.
You can
I can get by. I can get by.
You can get by.
I've never heard you speaking French.
I speak French.
See,
Try, say something to happy.
What do you want me to say?
Tell him you
Anything.
love iDiski Dine.
J'aime bien iDiski Dine.
We'll believe you.
We used to play in Africa. This guy said,
Nilo and
I
interpret.
was saying about him. No, I could tell the guy, say, I hear you. Don't come with that.
Oh,
that translation. So they always want to say nasty things to us or intimidate us in French. I say,
I hear you. I went there for 2 months, bruh.
You couldn't cope there.
I
You went to Lens, ne?
Yeah, I went to
The
Lens.
same year when you came, I remember.
Yeah, I came to Lens. We were playing preseason with Katlego that time.
Sure. So you guys played against each other in preseason?
No.
Oh, you were.
So the preseason, maybe Strasbourg will go that side, Lens will go
okay.
to another.
It was a good team
attack.
then. Lens.
Okay,
It was a good
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Do you remember if I said the name Antoine Cambore?
Yeah.
That was-
Yeah. Hey, boy. Hey, this guy is bringing back this.
that idea.
No, because I was doing research on black coaches in Europe and why they're not so selected or picked.
it's difficult.
And at the time, I mean 2003, 4, a black man coaching you at the time. Speak to more about Cambore. He's currently the Nantes coach at the Canaries. Yeah.
know you. Well, I know the man.
You know the
This
man.
man knows the man.
The thing about Kukumba, it's so connected.
Yeah, because I'll tell you still when you say that about football.
Football is
That's when I understood but for football, they know each other. Doesn't matter where you are. So Antoine, when I got there, initially I was supposed to play for the reserves, playing for 6 months or stuff. Because I go, well, when you come from Africa, one of these saying, is he gonna make it?
Sure.
So I
I can learn
had
a little complain or hot dog.
to. But I get that.
But let me tell you something, it's cold.
I get that.
Don't
It was November.
Winter time.
Yeah, I just know.
Sure,
Yes,
sure.
And then November now used to be in the side.
Oh, cheers,
Because it's a
also.
month where when I celebrate my birthday. So I got there, reserve side. I trained with the reserves. First game with the reserve, he was there. And then after the game, I was called. What's your name? Oh, going out from South Africa for Killer Shop. And then, no, it's fine. Keep it up. We're a good game. I think I scored 3 goals in there. And the reserve league, they take it serious there.
Okay.
For some of the professional, like killing, the players that come from India, from the first team,
Sure.
so it's a competitive, but it's just serious. So now I just went in and scored 3 goals in my first game. Because I'm not thinking anything. That's all. I'm just having fun. So Monday I was called to the office. Emon, no, you're too good to
be playing reserve.
play reserve. Come, we start training with us now. And then we had a relationship. So that guy, he told me his story. We had a similar story. The way we came to France, he was from the Caribbean or something.
Sure.
I experienced racism by, you know, I think he had a book or biography or something. So he told me about his stories, and of course he wanted me to be strong, to not give up. Because it was cold, you're alone. Lena, he was alone when he came, and when I started to just fitting in or start to understand that the French football, the culture, they sacked him.
Oh, they sacked him.
But Killer, I'm trying to understand this dynamic of players playing overseas. They say homesick. To you, you've stayed such a long time before you come to South Africa. What stood you up to stay so much longer?
I think it's more of the mental things, the mentality, and you have to be mentally strong too. And remember, back then there was no social media. It was not easy, you know. It was not like now where I could meet go on the street. Oh, no, I can meet you on the street, do it shopping, go for once. They can tell me, hey, there's a corner there, there's South Africans there. So back then it was difficult. So I think it came to our mental strength. But it's not easy. We can say it come along, but to do it is not easy. And also, when as a player, what do you want? Where do you come from? So, because most of South African players, we're not like the Western Africans, or no, we don't go there to survive.
We don't
go there to survive. We have everything here in South Africa.
Sure.
Our league is paying well.
That's a big one.
You don't go there to survive. But that's why it depends on what you see the guys like Steven Pienaar, Benny, Tulane, who stayed long in Europe. They've got their own ambitions. They know what they want. You know, they knew what they wanted. And it's not easy. So I think it depends on what a guy as a person. Why not? I'm gonna stay here, whether you know I'm playing or I'm not playing. So some of the guys, if they get frustrated because of game time, they know they can come back here, play for Chiefs, get game time, you know, be closer to your family. There's so many things. I can't speak for everyone.
Sure.
Well,
What will you do, Alikoko, if you went overseas?
If I was like,
what you see on your side when you see South African people coming back to?
I always had that. I always had that mentality. No, players, why should they not be strong? Because I always thought about it, Corey. Playing football, it's just a 10-year period. Where you have to sacrifice your 10 years and then that's it.
So if you see that way, you see like him, you survive overseas.
Because you just have to sacrifice that and that's it. Outside the motor where I have to work, see what not. Spanner, get as much as you can. You get an opportunity to be there. So I'm always thinking about it that way. But personally, because there are social aspects of it.
Sure.
There's a story I had, though, a guy had to come back from America. And back then there were no opportunities because of me.
Sure.
I can't say a name again.
You know, you then come to South Africa, but before that, you get loaned out to Strasbourg, you go down to the second tier, and I don't know if you remember the only 90-minute game you played.
Yeah, I can't remember because that place I was first. I wanted to make a playing as soon as I can.
Sure.
These are the things I'm talking about. You're talking about Antoine now. When Antoine was sacked, the new coach came in. So that was the first time I experienced the racism.
Sure.
And that's when I was, So that's when, and it was normal.
Yeah.
I could see other players, but that's why they from there, they knew about the team. It was normal. Of course, I was complaining and fighting everyone. They were like, "Guy, man, relax." So now I went there for game time. I got there. I only played 190 minutes, but I can't remember again. Like Leon. Yeah, yo. Leon.
Leon was a good team.
Yo. I think they had Benzema, they had
Sidney Govou.
Yeah.
Sylvan, Will Todd.
Will Todd. Yeah, they're good players. It's more skill. There was a guy.
This is a
skilled.
legend, bro.
Yeah, man, he's playing with the big guys, bro.
But I had to play because everyone was sick that game. I don't know if they were scared. I was the only striker left.
Back in the now,
And they beat us about 4-0.
Sure.
So yeah, the loan didn't work out because I was supposed to go there, go there like that. When they loan you somewhere where you sacrifice a lot financially, everything, you live back there.
Sure.
You go in there for just game time and you still don't get the game time. So level I sacrificed for what?
Sure.
So I went back to the mother team, the Strasbourg. They understood the situation, but there they had the rule that you can't register twice.
In the same season.
The same season with the same team. So I couldn't register again with Strasbourg.
Sure.
So and I couldn't move to another team because the window period was closed.
Sure.
So alternative was for me to find another team outside France.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to go to Belgium, but it was a third division.
Yeah.
And then I remembered, man, this guy gave me his numbers.
Who's this guy?
Pitso. I didn't want to come back home. What is this quickly? But I didn't have options.
Sure.
You see, I was going to stay there train for the whole season.
Sure.
Oh, man, I remember I met this guy in the hotel. I didn't know Pitso back then.
Sure,
I knew the name. But Pitso is crazy. He knows everyone.
Sure.
He can be playing building, he'll know you.
Pitso blind like hotel.
That's the difference here.
Catch up hotel.
He
So
used to
many
be-
players.
yeah.
So many players that he created. Aubrey.
Surely when
Yeah.
I catch a hotel or recall.
So remember when I was in France, for me to get registered or to get signed by that team, you have to have a national cap. Doesn't matter, it's under 23 or.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they have that rule. So Stuart Baxter, my coach, Bafana back then, you remember? Before the second spell.
Before you came back, okay.
So the team, that's all with the got the point now. Everyone knows everyone in football. Stuart Baxter, the team, Arsene Wenger was he's from Strasbourg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arsene Wenger is from Strasbourg.
Yeah.
So when you go to these places, they'll know you when he's coming. There's a player while he's coming.
Already.
All profites the card.
So this situation came up, and then I think the team, they spoke player. I said, no, man, we have this boy from South Africa. We really like him, but we can't sign him because of. And then Arsene called Stuart.
Okay.
Stuart didn't know me. I got the first team.
Sure, so I'll go Dimmer.
There was a boy here, and then there was a Kosafa camp the same month I was called up. That's why I met Pitso. I want everything is crazy.
That's yes. That's an opportunity.
So you hamba so.
Yeah. So I came Kosafa, I met Pitso, Southern Sun, Captain Street,
Sure.
Santin.
Go Santin, yeah.
So I'm sitting, I'm chilling. I think I was waiting for someone to bring my boots. Remember, Nike, no sponsor, but only Holy Muhai. They only give you boots out here.
Oh, hey, sometimes I love it.
Yes. So
I went from me.
I was waiting for Nike before a meeting, before training session, and this guy comes, so school bag.
Late.
Walk around with school bag.
Sure.
Late.
I'm not going to go couch. This guy was like a school bag. He calls me Galvizzo. Okay, I can coach Pitso. Oh yeah, no, I've heard about you. The name you're doing well, go SuperSport.
Sure.
Wawanyan. And anytime you want to go back and play professional football,
Call me.
You play professional football.
I'm playing overseas. So yeah, that's what happened. I remember, this guy gave me his number. So I contacted someone who knew an agent here.
Sure.
So I contacted Pitso. Same night I was on a flight back to SuperSport.
Jeez. But Coach Pitso, if there's a guy who always watch football.
Yo, it's crazy.
Man. It's Coach Pitso. And he followed even development football.
So
At the young age. Maybe for example, Mfuke. Maybe umbone kudala na 7 somewhere.
and the thing
With Coach Pitso.
The thing up is, he knows you can't play for Pitso if you don't know football. If you can't play football, you can't. Whether you're a defender, striker, you can. You have to know the basics.
Never beat a
SuperSport.
Yeah, go SuperSport. Yeah.
So the players that will think they failed under Pitso, it's not because of football. It's because of that guy. He's crazy. He lives, he eats,
Yeah.
He just breathes football.
So
That's all
if
he
you're
does.
you do not in the same one, the wavelength the same,
Sure.
we think the same, and you won't survive.
Yeah,
So
ne.
ask him, Mahuta. We used to write homeworks, mate, but we used to watch DVD the whole night. All the game, game to 4.
Sure.
I think Pitso.
And by that time, Phela, they're bekudlalwa ngama-cassette.
Come on, and thought, like, it's not easy. You understand?
Ngama-cassette.
Analyzing all these
And
games.
cabanga 90 minutes ubukele ulikhiphe.
Yeah.
Phela ukwazi leso sikhathi bongekho mnandi ukuthi uzokhatha ama-clips.
Sure.
I think,
Watch the whole
I think the thing with Pitso and maybe a lot of players can't never say great is the fact he's the first coach over manager. Yeah,
he's even
what's happening on the field.
Sure.
Oh,
He
he's
manages
switched
the-
on long time ago.
Player management
Let
is
me
very
manage this
important.
guy's lifestyle. Then that's it. Because the problem here, let's say South African players.
You
get
won't
lifestyle.
lie to Pitts.
Yeah.
Pitts only have an answer. I guess we'll ask you a question, he'll have an answer before you
Already,
answer.
sure.
Even if you give me an answer, he'll be like, no, man. No.
That's
Then
not
you
true.
do what they want.
Sure.
So that was the difference between, I think, and then people still say, he was like, he was Sundowns, so he had the financial resources and stuff, but no, it's not like that.
But
Because
remember at Sundowns before he won trophies, there was a time where he was struggling. I think 2 years.
when he
or-
came,
No,
he was
he
pushing
came.
13.
Yeah, he came. Then
He came.
and he
Sundowns
struggled.
was languishing.
Yeah.
Number 15.
Sure.
That's when Neskens had left.
Yeah.
Right. Sundowns, there was trouble.
After they fight
When
him,
he took
go
it,
Bafana.
Last match, had he won the last match, Sundowns was going into the top 8.
Sure.
But they
First
didn't.
nine.
They finished around 10th, 9th.
And he cried.
He cried. But that season, I remember him very well. He says, I know where the PSL trophy is. I know the address. I'll fetch it.
And even as
The following season.
even as players, he told us that season that we all failed. We knew we failed. He said to each and every one, next season, I'm bringing 2 players each position. No one is guaranteed a place. That's when he brought Bo Mashe, Bo Zungu,
Yeah,
Bo
he went on a signing
and he
show.
won everything.
Then you won everything. Yo, I want to take it slightly backwards, because you mentioned that you worked with Pitso Mosimane, but there's a guy that I always want to mention when I'm sitting with SuperSport United player, former SuperSport United player. That's Thomas Madigage.
Yo, the master.
Yeah, man. The late Thomas Madigage. I think I ask a lot of SuperSport players because I hear that he was very part of the community of Attridgeville. Because how do you guys win a league title without fans? You know what I mean? That type of thing. And I hear that Thomas was influential in making sure that, there was a little bit of vibe at the stadium. But for you, working with a guy like that, take us through it.
He's all rest in peace, but unfortunately, I didn't work with him for Nago Etel. I think I only worked with him the season I came back on loan, and the following season when Pitso left for the national team. Because when Gavin came, I had to leave as well.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe for a season, if I can say. What I picked up from him was he was humble. He knew the values of the team. He could keep us, level-headed, and then he was always that guy that, as you said, the fans, Quatersville. SuperSport didn't have fans. Even now, they struggle insistent. Tommy left.
Yeah.
So he was someone who was hands-on. I think he was given a lifetime contract to SuperSport.
I'm not sure.
I think he was given a lifetime contract because he refused. Remember that guy refused a loan, a contract from Glasgow Celtics.
Yeah.
To stay go
Go
SuperSport.
SuperSport.
So it must tell you what
remember.
kind of person he was.
Sure.
The loyalty. That's why he was given
The lifetime contract.
and he was not selfish, because if he was selfish, he was going to be a coach easy. Thomas not a pick up position ever.
Sure.
You
He
know that?
went and first Pitso, you know that?
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, Thomas is the reason why.
Pitso was a young coach trying to survive. Thomas went and told the board, give this guy a chance. Because he saw something in him.
Sure, he was so
Yeah, we
So
have Pitso because of
now
Thomas.
he can tell you what kind of person he was.
selfless.
Selfless, and also us as youngsters when he came, there was times when they were fun.
Yeah.
You play with players. SuperSports back then used to be a big deal. Okay, maybe even now, but it was melting your fashion.
Yeah,
Sure.
So us youngsters, we
Nathi
were like,
was cool and the office who were part of the SuperSport because we were born.
we were liked
What were they
everywhere.
doing at the time that was so right for youngsters to be attracted to?
I think they focused mainly on development, and they put their money on that. And then the way the team was structured, you wouldn't miss it. There was no time now complaining salary any late.
Sure.
Everything was on point. We were part of the multi-choice group.
Sure.
We had medical aids. They could even get you a car. I think there were guys who bought houses there. The SuperSport was the first team.
Sure.
And I've seen
Sure.
that. Yeah. You had a coach like Pitso was a monitor, a father figure. Emona, line.
Sure.
Tommy won us SuperSport. When Pitso was forcing
How happened? Let's go check.
I'll check.
Yeah.
So those kind of things, man, I want. So you wanted to play for SuperSport. Sundowns came as well. When I left France and came
Sure.
back. Sundowns came, they wanted to buy me out wide. I was like, no. Because of Batwatsa Thomas and as youngsters, I was telling, you know, coach Pitso coach will never come to you and say, hey, Mona, Otto Kuzawa, and then Tommy will come to you and say,
So
at least-
Coach Thomas bekakhona ukunakela more player because
player,
he
yeah.
played the game as
it
well
was the link between us
and the coach.
and the coach and also Bapat, yeah.
Sure. Nah, man, it's great to hear about such football legends.
Good guy.
Because if I remember well, his person he was coming from home, and at home at that time he was preparing a football team.
Academy,
An
academy,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? So that just shows the person he was right till
Yeah,
the end.
selfless, son.
But you make a move to Sundowns, right? And that's when Stoickov gets the best out of you. And I think I missed that part. I think I missed that part of how did he manage to get the best out of you that season when killer, you know, it was
I think he
killer.
scored about 17 goals.
Yes, around about
Somewhere
there.
there.
I could have
17
scored.
league goals.
You could have scored more.
Athamile awuthi ngalezo sikhathi ebesimsaba nje.
I could have scored
Because
As a defender.
because
Sure.
one, speed, skillful,
technique.
lapha. You know, bamnika i-chance to goal.
Sure.
All you hear give about Mthetha.
No, but I think I always had those qualities, but it needed someone to come and say, believe in yourself, boy, I'm here. You know, learn. So you always need that. Like you always hear stories from both Didier Drogba and this coach is the one
Sure.
at least, you know.
Sure.
When Stoickov came, actually, I had a full season go Sundowns.
Sure.
I was struggling with injuries and stuff. And then that's when Patrice went crazy in the market. When I got there, there were like 6 strikers. The Suma, Ndlela, Suso Zuma, Mangoba Ngwenya. I'm talking about quality.
Yeah. Mabuti.
Mabuti
Fitile.
Ujonele after.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, To Villagazi was there. To could play as a striker. There was Bafana Dlada.
Sure, Fanyana Dlala.
He was very. So that season, the following season, there was a rumor or they wanted to loan me out. I was supposed to go to Cape Town. I don't know, Cape Town Spurs or Cape Town, Cape Town or Santos, between the two. I couldn't. You remember from overseas and
Now you must
Cape
make
Town
another
is
And Ubuyale.
yeah, and we are late. I am not going there.
Sure.
So solution had to be found. Luckily, I'm called Kokempunya Confed.
Sure.
From India straight to because of Pitso. I went there 6 weeks camp. I came back fit. Stoickov saw our friendly games. We went back to Stoickov. I got there. They were training. This guy comes straight to me.
Sure.
It was arrogant. Nanale was
Nilimi,
vulgar.
sure.
So it's like F word to me. You know?
Sure.
Man, that's how it is, man. How old are you? Like 26. I'm 27. You lied. Yeah. That guy just said to me, "You're not going anywhere. You're my striker.
After the team wanted
You must. You Mabuti Pelembe."
After the friendly games.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, these people only governments. I don't know. You stay. You Pelembe Mabuti. They Mabuti joined it.
Yeah.
You Mabuti
Yeah,
Pelembe.
Nike, yeah. Second season at Nike.
with the
Second,
blue here.
no, the one year strike.
Jeez, yeah.
Oh, yes.
The Nike had the
So
strike.
it was
yes.
4 of us. Hey, no, it was a move. So when the coach stayed, first game, first lineup, 2 goals against Aces. That's when he started
Sure.
with Stoickov.
History.
No injury that season, nothing. And the way we were training, bro,
It was nice.
It was Nediwa, but it was proper. It was nice. It was nice. You could see all those guys. And then
Nana Antonio Lopez, ne? Habas.
I gave the player power. Remove Stoickov.
Yeah, but
They
Hwasala
said
Antonio.
Stoickov as a coach.
Yeah, Hwasala
The coach,
Antonio.
Antonio
Must
Habas.
understand him when
they brought the assistant for cover coach. Coach, assistant. Abba Faisal.
let me take you back a little bit. The time you joined Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah, that was a difficult one.
Hey.
After from Sundowns to Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah. Like the transition, man.
Different.
It was different.
Not difficult, it was different.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, Sundowns is still a big team, remember? There's pressure there as well. But hey, Chiefs are another story. To play for Chiefs is a big brand.
Sure.
But I'm talking this, the difference between Chiefs and Sundowns is the supporters. Chiefs supporters doesn't have the patience and they don't give you enough time, especially when you come as a big name. So I go to Chiefs. I wish I went to Chiefs younger than
Then you were,
before. Yeah, I was. Yeah, maybe 2 years younger. It was gonna be a different story. Same story. Chiefs, I got there. The structure, the formula, the system that they were playing. Sundowns, remember, patience, build up. You playing with 5 number 10s in the team.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Doesn't matter which
It's
position.
Sundowns,
Yeah. When I got to Chiefs, it was different because Stuart Butts was playing a different kind of football. Remember those transitions?
Yeah, transition game.
From one box to another,
Yeah.
as quick as you can. So it was difficult. And when I got there, the guys were never more than a year together. I think they've won a trophy.
Yes.
2 years
Yeah, they won,
together.
yeah.
There was Nkata, Musona. I think we believed in Nkata because of
The work ethic.
they had been working together, they understood the system. Whether you can come and score 5 goals, it didn't matter.
Other Kingsley.
Yeah, because he understood and it was working.
I was working for the team.
Even me myself, I was sitting there like, this guy,
Sure.
he knows this system.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, to adjust for me, it became a bit difficult. But honestly, when I was given a chance, I'd score goals. So that system was a bit difficult for me. Also with age, you had to run. And with age, when I went there, I was over 30. So that's why I say maybe if I went a bit earlier.
Sure.
But in terms of Chiefs as a brand, number one. How they treat their players, number one, especially Bobby. Chiefs uka uyafememe, but you feel like we're overseas.
Yes, money.
While Sundowns is more relaxed.
Relaxed.
It's all about only playing the
Playing the
flow.
game.
Yeah, Chiefs is on and off, you win something, you always have supporters. You stay offline.
Sure.
You lose
Yeah.
So you have to stay offline.
So that pressure to you, it came as a different because of Sundowns is more you relax and support our thing. More kopanalbona ko strating, 8 killer, killer.
Chiefs
Then
win like
you,
goals.
when you go to Chiefs, when you go to Chiefs, you can't go even in a garage and vibrate.
And what he's saying, what he's saying, Tuso Palace said the same thing. And Tuso is familiar sharp. Are the supporters of Sundowns? The blame the coach. Supporters of Chiefs. The blame the player. Yeah. And I was like, switch up.
So with Chiefs, you can't go to the garage when you lose. Hey, my boy, sometimes so Sundowns man lo trying go gating. So you must know now
Chauvel, yeah.
It's maybe 10 games in a row. What? Not Chiefs 2 games. Hey, boy. You feel you lose it. You feel. Sometimes you can always go back to training and everything is closed.
Yeah.
You can still laugh with someone.
Yeah.
So Chiefs, you can feel it from the security. What's that like a gate door?
1 year.
Well, Jele, my wives. And it was, for me, it was a bit difficult, but a team that got time, Dalagan I support. So when it happened, the move came. I jumped to it because at least even Dalanyana Lena Kotofala.
Sure.
So it was, I took the move, not mainly because people say it's financial. I don't think Sundowns could have given me.
What made you make that move actually?
If it's a when that move, the it's unappreciated, because you know what happened. I've been go Sundowns more than 5 years. But I could say they were taking a different direction when they were bringing more billiard and stuff. It happens in football. They have to move.
You need to understand.
Yeah, you need to understand, especially when you get to a certain age. And it's rare from that age and get an offer like from teams outside the Chiefs.
Sure.
It's either you're joining
Because I think the Chiefs would be like, why Sundowns employed?
So when it happened,
pushing those things,
No, it happened.
So when it happened, remember, it was my last contract. My last year, sorry.
Sure.
6 months passed. I can sign with anyone. I had offers, bro.
Sure.
AC's big offers. I had offers. I still waited for Sundowns. Pitso was there. Remember me and Pitso? So that was that Sundowns. They're waiting.
Yeah.
So it felt like they wanted to see Mike Red's unfair.
Sure.
So when Chiefs called, I just got a call from my agent. Serious. I was chilling. Okay, you get to the office. What time? No, 10 hours. I went to the office. I'm on my Rose, to my agent's office. I got there, got Bobby there. We want you. List you out. Okay. Mphela on a street, but you're gonna use you for the league. You will play, but we want you for Africa because of experience.
Sure.
Okay, that's good. 2 years. What do you say, Sharp? What do you want? I'll call you late. Kupalo Bobby got 1 or 2. 5 o'clock, agent calls me, Sharp.
Everything is okay.
Sharp. Same salary as Sundowns. I will get the next. The only thing I will get is
Sure.
Then when they found out Sundowns, a lot of things happened.
Yeah, I wanted to know because
We were banned from the meetings. Now just we were banned from them. We couldn't train with the team. But now I wanted to keep it under wraps.
Sure.
For as long as because
until
I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I couldn't join Chiefs
Until the end
of the season.
Sure.
So Bobby was smart and like I called my agent. I was like, "Hey, bro, what you want that?" I feel like, hey, but what?
Sure.
And then, but Sunday I was called, "Come to Nigeria." I can't come to Nigeria. I still got
still a Sundowns player,
We're ready to so that Monday start training. That's why I get a wobble for them.
But your relationship with Pitso, because you are close with Pitso, you're so close with Pitso, and now you're leaving the team under, such circumstances. I'm sure maybe he wasn't the one who was personally angry at the time. Maybe the team was. But what was the conversation between when I leave Pitso?
You remember I said to you, you can feel as a player when you no longer in a plans or when the team is moving to a different direction. We felt Sundowns as all the players from a previous coach or previous generations. We knew. So we were honest people. So when they were taking that direction, but you can say even from the first games or preseason that this season.
Some of us are.
And myself also, now the injuries and were not helping me back then. And when I came, so if I stay, I always pick up weight. I have to work hard to get back. So when they came, the season they won the league, the season I started joining the Chiefs. I knew I had to leave, but to join Chiefs, I didn't anticipate that. So there was no problems between me and Pitso. The only problem with me and Pitso was I was going to Chiefs.
Sure.
I don't know what.
And I can imagine
And a Kabangale relationship, Katlego before.
So when we sat down, when the rumor came out from Sokaladum or something, or Chiefs won Skila or something, that was my first sit down with Pitso after maybe 6 months. He was like, my boy, I understand your frustrations. I will look at the relationship, let's fix the things. We'll give you a 1-year contract. I'll give you opportunities to play again. What are you saying?
So right.
So we came back late.
So late.
You understand? But I was like, he was doing that for not for me to go to Chiefs.
Yeah.
If I went to SuperSport, I don't think that's going to be
a problem
or that discussion. So our relationship at the end it was a bit tricky. It was a bit tricky. But you understand that as a coach, when you come to a big team like Sundowns, you have to win and you have to do what you do. Whether you have a relationship with P or the Coco, If it doesn't work for you, you go for
Another player.
another player. It works
And
like
now
that.
Costa,
We're still good. We're still good.
I remember sell out defender. There was press conference. Yeah, Bafana.
Yeah.
Bafana played
So you can't say someone like that will help you. Will hate you.
hate you.
Bafana played Egypt, and they were criticizing Killer, the journalist.
Sure.
And then Pitso said, "Give me one striker better than Katlego Mphela."
But
That's
he
it.
had-
No one could answer.
But he had facts.
He had facts. He had facts.
And
So I think-
Yeah, he scored.
Yeah.
He scored.
That's why
We were
when
together
we
in the
went-
camp. He
Yeah,
scored.
That's why when we went for the Confed, I was not even playing for Sundowns.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was sitting at home off season. I got a call, and I knew who put me in the squad.
Nelly Pitso.
And people were fighting that. But he knew this guy, if he goes to camp for 6 weeks, focused.
Focus,
The
October
section-
sharp.
The coach last week of camp, the same coach that didn't know my name, he came back to me and said, "Yeah, you stayed."
Ash.
You know what? Killer.
Yo, Killer
There's so many
Mphela.
things we can talk about. The time is not on our side.
Now we can push 5.
We can push. So easy can push.
No,
And
because
look,
he said there's no traffic.
there's no traffic going out west.
No, there's no traffic.
If
going
there's
on.
traffic, you can blame him.
I mean, yeah, but look, it's all great to you. I don't know if the gents have anything to ask you on the table here as well. Pops?
Now I want to thank you. I think he's made. Yeah, good luck to with that. But I can understand now more stages of our career. They can understand now what it is they can, because also Kilevella team in Uyambo.
Yeah, I think
Makes sense.
I think the approaches of Kabuke.
Yeah.
Because I think Sundowns supporters knew I was going to leave eventually. Because they talk of contracts.
Mara,
Because they kept on asking about the contract. Remember, there was a game against Amazulu. I think Mahuta scored a hat-trick. We won 7 or 8.
Yes.
And
7-1, yeah.
And then it was that season I left. I went in, last 10 minutes, I scored 2 goals as well.
Yes.
So the question was always raised. This guy is bad, he scored 2 goals.
Oh, yeah.
Are you giving me a contract?
Sure.
And then people were still not
Yeah.
being straight out the right cut. So
Sure.
I think some supporters knew I was going to leave, but the fact that I went to Chiefs. So
That's the
I
problem.
want to make it clear, I didn't leave Sundowns for Chiefs. I left Sundowns because of my contract was expiring.
Sure.
I could sign with Kilibiza and
Pre-contract.
sign a free
Yeah,
contract with
yeah.
anyone from then. And I waited for Sundowns. Honestly speaking, I waited for Sundowns.
yeah.
My first option was to give Sundowns, even if it was 6 months a year. I've been there for almost 6 years.
Yeah,
That's the only team I knew. You know,
Inkinga chanje ukuthi ama-supporter, they won't understand.
because someone is not
You-
telling them the truth.
Yeah, they won't understand because we've stayed behind almost 6 months waiting for the team, you know, and
Plan your life.
and
as
you have
well,
to plan your life
Yeah,
as
and
well,
with the
because
age as well.
it's a company.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
Sundowns is a company, so they know what the contract are
Sure.
you know. So
I know the age as well. You can't wait. You're 31, 32, and that's what I'm telling you. It's a rare for Chiefs to come.
I mean, look for you at the time, yeah.
So,
Now, since we have time, let's move to the national team then, because you are in the top goal scorers. I think you only sit behind one player, right? Ben McCarthy.
maybe didn't go score, baba. Yeah. I'm one of the keepers that
goalkeeper,
that
clean sheet.
he didn't score.
You're really surprised.
Yazi fire ePhumalando.
Sure, yeah, shoot, that's a team.
Technically,
But the national team, and I think at that time, Confederations Cup leading into the World Cup, which is the time when a lot of people are having eyes on certain players. For example, Katlego Mphela was one of the players that were really spoken about, media, everything.
he was the
out
poster
there.
boy.
He was the poster boy. For players who weren't the poster boy, such as yourself, who were very hardworking as well in the team, well known as well, how was it leading up to that World Cup as well?
It was difficult because I mentioned the social confed. You have to prove yourself because you're not supposed to be in the team. So you now, when you go to the World Cup, the biggest sports event in the world, that is watched by the whole world, and
Sure.
it's playing here at home, home soil, and our leading top goal scorer, our number 9, our number 1 striker, who the world knows, and they want me to replace that guy. What's your option? What's the option again?
But I remember when we...
No option but to work hard.
Yeah, I remember when we were doing camps to camps in that period of...
Because we were fit then.
2009, because we were doing camps after camps, camps after camps. Because of preparing for Confed and the World Cup as well. We were fit, bro.
I think we were one of the fittest teams in those tournaments.
Sure.
But I could see the experience and the quality.
Yeah.
Those teams, they were always above. So now the nation, they want Benin in the team. The coach believes in you.
Sure.
You are told you're going to lead the whole country to go to that stage, the World Cup stage.
Sure.
One option. The only option is to work hard and keep going and close the outside noise.
Because you also
And
scored.
deal with the pressure.
Oh, fun.
I remember that 5-0 that we won.
No, I scored all the friendlies.
No horrible friendlies at the end.
Sure.
That's the fire comes from there. You have to score at those friendlies.
Sure.
But if I was comfortable, maybe I was gonna relax, knowing that I'll be in the team anyway. I'll be in the team anyway. So I had to do what to do, and that's why when you come from Cosmos,
In visit of life.
you'll deal with any pressure.
You can survive
You'll
everywhere.
survive.
Sure.
Because imagine being criticized by, I think I was one of the players that was booed in this country. I didn't know why. I didn't understand why.
Sure.
But
I was
just to take you in that bowling part, Kaizer Chiefs player recently, Ranga has been booed. What do you take in terms of the
It's not a nice feeling, it's not a nice, especially your fans, that support you, your team. The opponents, they want to distract you or something, but your fans, it's not nice. I experienced that Bafana a lot, but I understood that it was not. When it comes to those two big teams, I won't mention names. You played for one of them. I think the fans feel like the players only have to represent the national team. And it doesn't work like that. But also, defense, that stuff goes on. When you're not in the team, they want you.
Sure. That's how it is.
So booing is difficult. It's like abuse, man. It's difficult.
Nah.
So you see how strong you have to be, knowing that, so mentally, you have to close everything.
And we
played Double Coast in PE, and they wanted Pitso to substitute me. I scored a free kick and we equalized, and I went to the fence.
Sure.
And some minister said I must apologize.
Killer, thank you so much for stopping by.
Killer.
Very much appreciated.
Thank you.
Cox also, man. Thank you for stopping by as well. We'll invite you again. We're going to keep you around. No. Thank you so much. Okay, somewhere.